zones
Ooh.
are the nipples, neck, shaft, and anus.
Ooh.
Hey,
You said what?
Anus.
At the end. Okay.
What's your guys' pleasure zone?
You know, my nipples do like to get hard, so.
Your anus.
Cool.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another video of To My Dear Sis. And today we're going to talk about sex education. So when you first come to college, you would think like a lot of people know about sex, but a lot of them are not informed about it. So we're going to talk about it, and I have two new guests that are going to introduce themselves.
Yeah. You know, you go
go.
ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ramon Rochelle. I'm from South Central Los Angeles, California, and I attend here at UC Merced as a third year.
Lit. My name's Uchenna Ezekoli. From San Diego, California. Also third year. Also at UC Merced.
You already know it's me.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's it.
our first question, because you're always on it.
My bad, DJ.
So for the first question, how informed do you think college students are about sex?
Dang, that's a good one.
Who want to take that?
I can go first.
Okay.
I don't think you would think majority of the students here would know a lot about sex, but I feel like the incoming freshmen don't know a lot because people ask me a lot of questions about sex, and it's like, how don't you know that type thing? So,
Like what type of questions?
like, can you get pregnant while having sex on your period or stuff like that? Or can you get pregnant by pre-cum?
Interesting. Oh yeah.
Also,
You know, I don't think a lot of college students are educated about sex. Just because like when I think about it in high school, I didn't have really many like sexual education class. Like I probably took like one like health class my freshman year, and that was it. So yeah, I don't think too many freshmen are really educated about sex.
Yeah,
Put
actually.
in the peanut hole.
All right. Anyways, you know, I actually took a health class in high school too. I don't think we went over sex. It was like nutrition, basically. The last sex ed class I remember was in middle school. And I'm just, you know, maybe y'all was on your freaky deaky, but, you know, I was just, you know, on my education in middle school. You know what I'm saying? I was really getting down with the get down. So
you feel like you're informed about it?
No, that's such a long time gap that it's like, I don't even know what's going on in middle school. We look at that and say, hey,
that is true,
what's that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
basically, what I really do feel like is how people get informed is like, you know, social media or Twitter or word of mouth or just whatever people want to tell them, and that's all they really know.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows anything, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they
and
think
it's
they do, and
kinda,
they really don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So it's common, I guess. Like, do you feel like it's normal for them not to know, or it's kind of abnormal for them to come into college not knowing?
Yeah, I feel like, in a sense, it is normal. I wouldn't say that it's, you know, correct. Maybe that, you know, something could be changed or, you know, it's kind of a flaw in that. You know, haven't really heard of too many like pregnancy stories. So I guess that's probably like good. You know what I'm saying? But also, you know, just practicing safe sex is super important, and I do think that it shouldn't be normal to not be informed.
Okay. So were you given the birds and bees talk, and how was it explained to you?
Heck no. I'm gonna start this off right now.
Go
I was
ahead.
not given the birds and the bees talk. Simply because like I grew up with my mother, single household, and like my mom didn't know what to do when it came to like talking or having that sexual education talk with me. So I definitely didn't get that talk. The only thing I really got was a box of condoms from my uncle, and he was like, you know what? I think it's time you start using these. And that was about it. True story, Uncle. If you're out there, hey, you know it. But that's I was not given the birds and bees talks. I just learned through my own experiences and you know hearing it from different friends. So that's the true story right there.
Yeah, me too. I grew up in I guess you would say like a Christian family. So I guess it was always expected to, you know, wait till marriage. So I guess there's really kind of no reason to have that conversation, would have been
Mhm.
like, yo, Dad, Mom, what? Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All throughout kind of before college, when I was finally on my own, that conversation was never really like even thought of.
For me, well, I was in this girls program, and they kind of were going over sex, but my mom tried to give me the birds and bees talk, and we were in the car, and it was just random. Like, we were on the freeway, and she was like, make sure you don't do it in the, behind
Right.
the a-hole. And I was just, this is when I had my first boyfriend.
The a-hole is anal.
Yeah. And I was just sitting in the car like, is she serious right now? And so that's how it started with her saying that. And I'm just
man.
how do you even, that's so weird. And it was awkward, but I mean, I guess I learned from it.
Right.
I had no talk.
Mm.
I don't know why.
No?
Nobody said nothing.
What about in middle school?
Yeah, we
Like
had
the sex ed.
we had the sex ed class with like the birth video and stuff and all that stuff, but other than that, nobody said nothing.
Okay.
Wow.
So how do you feel about girls or boys that are upfront about having sex without a condom? Like, they just come up to you and like, so, I want my issue, but I don't want to use a condom.
Hey,
Is that a turn off?
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like
okay,
mine.
no, but say like, say you guys been kicking it, and then you guys are about to, do it, and she's like, I don't want to use a condom though. Like, you pull it out, and she's like, no, what are you trying to say? I have a disease. Like, how would you feel if a guy did that to me? Get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
For sure.
You just say no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, like,
That's tough. Ooh.
if y'all ain't have that conversation,
Right.
if y'all don't have no history, y'all don't really know each other, and she's like, yeah, we're not using a condom. Like, what do you mean?
But doesn't that make you want to use a condom even more?
Yeah,
it
whoop,
makes
red
you,
flag,
you know what I'm
like,
saying? Like, it
what's
kind of
going
gets
on
me, it's
here?
like, why is she explicitly saying
Yeah.
that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just, that's a flag on the field for me. It's like, why not? You trying to get pregnant?
Exactly.
Are you trying to
She
trap
trying to
me
trap
here?
you.
Like, I don't know.
No, sir.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Nah.
We want to see what y'all think. It's never been boys on here.
Yeah.
So basically, they're not with that.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'll call
since
the
we're talking
shots.
about condoms,
Ah.
we are.
Sheesh.
So I'm gonna give everyone a condom, and they're gonna teach us, since they're guys, how to put a condom on a banana. So
Wait,
Here we go.
Why would someone say they don't want to use a condom though? Like, what would be their reasoning?
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
mean,
why.
I honestly wouldn't know.
I
but-
mean, I think
Yeah, but,
people
like, what would be
probably
their reasoning?
tried it before and was like, hey, it may feel better without a
or
condom.
maybe because they feel like intimate with that person,
Ooh.
and they're just
Connections.
like, we have a connection,
But
and
what-
I haven't been having sex with anyone else.
But it's like, what if they didn't have a conversation? Like, they didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
They're just like,
exactly.
no, I don't want to. Like, no. Just
Like,
no.
that's strange.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
no? Like,
If it's like a suggestion, it's like, oh yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to, because I know some guys, don't want to, don't want to use a condom. Obviously, most guys should be not using a condom when they're being safe and getting checked regularly. But yeah, if it's like if y'all not having that type of conversation, it's just kind of weird.
no.
No, don't put it on.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
that.
kind of weird. Hold on,
Okay,
let me get mine, man.
Oh, my
Let me get
bad.
mine, man.
I got
So
it.
are you guys ready?
Yeah, let me
We
get
are.
the big minute.
This
Huh?
is supposed to symbolize. This is supposed to symbolize the penis.
Or my size. I mean,
Oh my god.
my bad.
Okay, so
Damn, this is what a condom looks like?
are you serious?
So here we go.
This shit is greasy.
You get your,
Oh, we supposed to be doing the instructions?
Yes.
Okay, so when you open it up, there's supposed to be kind of a tip that's poking out. This one, I guess, is supposed to be
but
lubricated.
first you gotta
You know
open it
what
up
I'm
like this.
So the nipple part.
Yeah, the nipple part.
I can't.
And
Okay, Ramon, you're having
and
technical
actually, okay, so we want to have it oriented in a way where you can roll it down and over. So once you find the way the plastic is rolling down, then it's just easy to then apply
Hold
it
the top because you don't want
to
no
the-
air bubble.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, hey, that's a
you
pro
don't
tip.
want the
See?
air bubble there.
See, yeah.
Just
Wait,
want
so
enough
you
room.
hold the what?
You hold the tip, right?
Okay, yeah. So you
Bam,
hold
you
the
see
tip,
that?
so no air bubble.
Mhm.
'cause,
So
you
check
know,
this
you don't
out.
want
You hold the
nothing
tip of it,
bubbling
right?
and
You don't
bursting.
really want no big air bubble.
Go ahead.
Ooh, wrong way.
Come on, brother. You had it so good.
Hey,
So
hey,
you
hey.
hold the
Sometimes
tip
it be
and roll it
difficult, you
down.
know.
Yeah, you know, but you want to make sure the
Hold the
plastic
tip.
like that. You want to make sure the plastic's rolling down
This
the
one got
right
a lot
way,
of lube on it.
and it should roll down. If it's not rolling down easy, then you know just flip it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
That happens,
I
but
did it.
yeah, it happens.
Bam.
It happens.
there you go. And
So
honestly,
this is what it's supposed to look like, protected
Yeah.
sex.
yes.
This is
And you do want some room just in case, you know, for semen,
If it
free cum,
rips.
whatever.
This is a. You
Yeah,
got
if
any
it
napkins? We didn't bring napkins today, so okay.
No.
Next time.
You said this part's for the what?
You just like leave some space for like free cum
I'ma eat
or
this
semen
one.
or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Pro
Yeah.
Let
tip.
them know.
Hey now,
Hello.
eat this banana if that's cool. No homo.
Oh my god. Okay, so next question. How do you feel about birth control?
Whew.
I can go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead.
For me, I really don't like birth control because of the side effects it has on girls. Like, I think it's not natural. So I don't. Well, I was on it, and my period was like for 2 weeks straight, heavy. That's not normal, and you get mood swings. I don't like that. So
Oh,
I
my.
just
That's all
stopped.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm about to get off soon. Over spring break.
And there's different kinds, like the pills and depot shot.
And the one in the implant. And the one the
That's the one in the arm, right?
Yeah, and then there's
Yeah.
one.
They all have different side effects.
One makes you like blow up. I think that's the depot shot.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
wow.
it says. The shot. Like
Get
getting
big.
big.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the vaginal one, some people have complained that it got stuck.
Or it comes out.
the IUD.
I think, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Informed. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You gotta be
He's
informed.
sex educated.
Right.
He gotta know
Hey,
what
my
he's doing.
bad. Damn.
Okay, so what do you guys think about birth
How
control?
do you feel about it?
I think you brought up a good point, Bree. Like the side effects, and I think there needs to be more education on letting males know, like what side effects it brings upon like females. Because sometimes we're just thinking of it just
Get
to,
on it.
yeah,
and they try
right.
to
So we
flip
can like you know
Selfish.
for our own self benefits, right?
Right.
But I don't think like we really know, you know,
What it can
what
do.
it's actually doing or long term effects on females. So I'm not really gonna give a position because it's like iffy. But yeah.
When you guys have male birth control, would you take male birth control?
Undereducated. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like a no.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a no. Yeah.
I didn't
That's a
know.
no.
Didn't know that was a thing.
No, it is. I think it came out like last year.
What?
Like a male birth control.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
like a pill or a shot or?
I think it's.
It might get
I
shot.
don't- Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's a
I don't
shot.
know.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not putting nothing up nowhere.
No,
You know what I'm
of course. I don't think it would have you put it up
It's
in.
not-
It's
it's
just
not
like,
happening.
But birth control can affect you in the long run. 'Cause
Right.
it can help
Yeah.
make
Exactly,
people
yeah.
not have kids sometimes.
Yeah, so you know that's not in the
it might
plan.
mess with their.
But I do think it's a good point you brought up. You know, the female's perspective, because some guys, most guys, or maybe not most guys, just uninformed guys don't know that. You know, and they just think it's like, why would you not? You know, to be safe. It's like, what are the drawbacks? And they just don't know. So,
Good point. Good way to bring it home.
you know.
Okay, so how do you feel about the Hyman situation with Ti? Would you do that to your daughter?
Whew. Okay. Let me get my spill on this. All right.
brother.
Okay. So first of all, I think Ti said that jokingly. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. He
Joking.
said it was juggling as far as like, oh, I'm there, like with my daughter, seeing her get like. He's not saying it like I'm in the doctor's office, like right there with the
No,
doctor.
okay, we know obviously he's not in there while her legs
Right,
are open
right.
and checked.
Okay.
But it's just the fact that you're going to see your to see if your daughter's still a virgin. That is.
Okay, I think
break the
he was.
privacy.
I get that, and he shouldn't have said that on TV. He shouldn't have made that public like that.
Mhm.
And I don't think he said it to be like controlling of his daughter, right? To be like, oh yeah, are you still a virgin? Is your hymen check? I think it was like more of a way he's like being supportive and like, oh yeah, I do take this trip with my daughter. I do support her as she goes. I just don't think he was trying to. I don't know. I just didn't see it as him being like controlling or like trying to watch over his daughter and be like all in her privacy like that. Do you get me? Or get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
but
like-
I feel like that's something a mom should do.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I
But
feel like it's kind of. I mean, it shouldn't be weird because it's your dad, but
Mhm.
I feel like
Some girl stuff. Needs to be
Yeah.
done.
but as when you think about it though, as a father, as a black father at that, I mean, you can't hate the man for being supportive and being in his daughter's corner.
yeah.
You know, and that's the perspective I took on it, right? Because I mean, him and what's her name? What's the
Deja?
mother?
Oh, Tiny.
Tiny, yeah, him and Tiny still like be in his daughter's lives, like despite
Mhm.
whatever they went through. So
Mhm.
I just think I took a different perspective on it. But yeah, that's definitely a very sensitive subject, and I didn't think he realized that when he said that, and
Yeah.
in the manner in which he said it. So yeah,
It kind of probably embarrassed her a little bit.
yeah, exactly.
Not
exactly.
probably, it did.
No, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, that's just my take on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little ignorant to the whole Hyman situation. Wasn't really sure what he did wrong, so I wasn't really sure what it was actually at first when the news came out.
Mm-hmm.
So my initial thoughts was like, oh, he's just being a protective father. You know what I'm saying?
So would you do that with your daughters? Like go with them to get their hymen checked, or would you just not even go?
Because some dads stay in dad's place and let the
Yeah.
mom do like the
Yeah,
baby
yeah.
stuff.
But what if the mother's not there though?
But the
True.
mother is there.
But okay, in this situation, yeah, I get that. I get that. But
But of course, if the
would
mother
I?
isn't, then
yeah,
yeah.
would I? Probably not. Probably not. Keep it a buck. I'm not Ti. Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you do it? Sounds like a no.
I
It
don't
just
think
sounds
so.
like no.
I don't think so. I don't think it'd be my place. Seeing how sensitive of a subject that is, probably just wouldn't be right to.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I mean, yeah, I'll be the mom. So,
You'll go.
yeah, I'm not the dad. You're saying like the dad?
No, but I'm
Right,
saying
right,
when you
right.
think about the situation, like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I thought it was kind of weird. Just because, like, the way they was, like, broadcasting it, like, I don't think he should have did. Like, even if he is still doing it, it's like, she probably didn't want everybody to know that, like, that's private.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
your dad is checking your hymen. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Now it's like I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
biggest.
and social
hiccup.
media blows stuff up. So it's like,
Always.
everybody's probably saying stuff in her comments and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
that probably made it worse.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does one know they're ready for sex? And what if the partner like doesn't want to?
How does one know that they're ready for sex?
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. I think you know once you like
In the
educate
moment.
yourself enough on like, okay, if I have sex, then what is the consequences if this person doesn't wear a condom, or I don't know, you just gotta set yourself up to where like you're informed enough on the decision you're making to be honest. Yeah.
You said when once you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking on what Ramon said, I think that, as long as you know, like, the repercussions of your actions, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I feel like, they just jump into it ignorant and just like, oh, we're going to figure this out. But, if you're not being smart, there's a lot of things that can potentially happen not in your favor, I wouldn't even say go right or wrong, but just probably just not what you would expect to happen.
An accident.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things can happen, you know what I'm saying? And it's just some people make such an in the moment thing. Some people, think it's sacred, and that's not to say that's right or wrong either. It's just, how other people interpret it. And so kind of just know yourself, know your values, and if you feel like you're ready, then
You're ready.
you are.
What do you think?
I think like what he said. If you feel like you're ready, and I feel like if you guys have a conversation with each other, like be straightforward and see what each other knows, because you don't want to go in there with somebody that's not really knowing anything, because they could try to get you or something. Like you never know people's intentions, so you gotta have a conversation first, and you just gotta make sure you know what you want to do. You don't want to just go over there and just
And not peer pressure.
yeah, and not
Oh,
because
that's a
somebody
good
else
one.
wants you to.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what the conversation I think will be like important for the person you're having sex with, because you need to know like, is this really what we want to do? You don't want to do it because they're saying like, we need to do it. Like, we've been together for this long or whatever. So.
Or just because your friend's doing it.
Right.
Yeah, nah, even to all the people in like friend groups, maybe it's not just like partner to partner. You know, if you haven't had a sexual experience yet and maybe all your friends have and they're just like, oh, why not, dude? Just do it. Like, it's not that big a deal. You know, like if you're not really ready for it, you know, then it's like you're gonna be the only one to deal with, you know, the repercussions, not them. You know, and everybody's gone through what they've gone through, and yeah, there really is no rush, just like you said.
Okay, so now we're gonna do 10 facts. Well, 5 facts about the vagina and 5 facts about the penis. So the guys are gonna do the facts on the vagina, and we're gonna do the facts on the penis. So we can go first. We can, yeah. I'll do mine first, and then you can. Okay, so for the penis, their guys' pleasure zones are the nipples, neck, shaft, and anus.
Ooh.
You said what?
Anus.
At the end. Okay.
What's your guys' pleasure zone?
You know, my nipples do like to get hard, so.
Your anus too? Like,
No, hold on
like
now.
you play with?
Hold on. Didn't say anus. No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Nah,
Is your shaft your pleasure zone?
Well, that's like,
That's everybody's.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'd be kind of unnatural if it wasn't.
Okay.
I
The
would say.
second one, you need to have erections regularly to keep your penis in shape.
Really?
That
Is
makes
that
sense,
true?
because, like, you know, getting random boners.
Like
when you're
to
walking?
work? What do you mean?
No, not when you're walking, but.
Like, I don't know.
Keep it working or something?
I mean, it's gonna do what it do.
Okay.
But
It's just, I got that from the internet.
it's like.
Well, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Hey,
Oh my
hey,
God.
look. The
That's
thing is that you know, you don't. It's like I can't really just be like, yo, erection. You know, it just happens. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't it happen when you guys wake up though?
Most of the time it does.
Morning
yeah.
wood, yes,
Morning
that's
wood. It's
correct.
very real. It's very real.
That's very real.
Okay.
Good morning.
Your turn.
Okay, penis stops growing when men are in their early 20s.
Hey now.
Wow.
You guys only have a
Little time
little
left.
time left.
I get it.
Stop.
It's over.
Wow, you
You know,
said
if I
little.
keep going, it might get a little crazy. Okay.
Only 6% of the world's men really need an extra large condom.
So,
6%?
6%.
I wonder what's like the number for that.
We made it.
Hello.
So all y'all that's capping talking about this too small, you're lying.
You're
Hey.
lying because it's only
Hey.
6%.
I know you see the banana. You know.
Hey, you see it.
Okay, and what does the
It's the
condom
job
size
done.
say?
I don't even know what the condom size say. To be
It doesn't even
honest.
have, but it looks regular. To me.
Regular size. Regular
It's
size.
regular size.
Regular.
size.
6% is large, so don't even act.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah. Okay.
Next case.
It's me. It's me.
Wait, no, it's she has.
Oh, you got
Red
another one.
meat
My bad.
and dairy.
Said diary.
Very.
Yeah.
Red meat and dairy result in the worst tasting semen.
Oh.
So your guys' diet.
It's important.
Pineapples, brothers. Pineapples.
This
What
is-
you eat matters.
Yeah.
Men and women. What you eat matters. What you eat.
Damn.
What you are.
So if you're just eating McDonald's and unhealthy food,
Oh.
you're not gonna
Fast
taste
food.
good.
Red meat, as you see, dairy a lot. Chips a lot.
And soda.
Not water. Soda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hydrate. Get you a
Yeah,
gallon
yeah.
of water.
Okay.
Gallon a day, man.
You are what
gallon
you
a
eat,
day.
guys.
This is me.
Really?
Make sure I can make Okay.
Soda tastes like acid. I'm sorry.
You all good. We getting real personal. So for my facts, I got a girl is born with a hymen, which means there's no hole in the tissue to allow discharge or etc.
So we were just talking about that. And a hymen doesn't exactly like define if you're a virgin either, because you could break your hymen playing
Just like-
sports
Cheering.
and doing stuff. So
Sir?
When you're cheering, I don't think so, no. But I hit like my private part one time on a bike. This is when I was young, like 10, and I was bleeding.
Yeah.
So I guess
That happened to me before.
yeah, and it hurts hella bad.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Brick.
Okay, yeah, we getting real, we getting real. Okay, fact number 2, the pH of the vagina is at 4. The vagina has its own smell depending on bacteria, diet, type of fabric, hygiene, and sexual intercourse.
So drink cranberry juice.
Okay.
Don't have sex
Drink
with
water.
too many people.
Okay,
Yeah, water.
Work out, eat
Work out,
healthy. Eat healthy in general, like not even just fruit and vegetables.
And not just pineapples either. I don't know why people just say, eat pineapple, you're going to taste
eat
good.
salads,
No.
Rick Ross said that.
eat like
Yeah, I think Ricky Ross said that.
you guys
In
just
tight
need to-
clothes, you don't need to wear a thong all the time.
Yeah.
You don't need to wear skinny jeans all the time.
Yeah,
or
you
your
gotta-
vagina's going to be dark.
Yeah, go ahead, throw on some sweats, you know, it's
and
cool.
suffocated.
Throw on some sweats.
Let
Right.
it breathe.
Eat.
Educating you.
Just once again, you are what you eat. So.
And
Whoa,
make sure
that's
at the
what
end
it
of the
means.
day,
Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly
You
what
clean.
it means. It comes out.
clean
That's
yourself.
what it means. You are what you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally are what you eat.
I didn't know
You
that's what
learned
it
something
meant.
new today.
That's crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
alright.
So if she's
Crazy.
tasting a little funny, you know why.
Man.
Unless she doesn't know how to bake. But.
And you have to clean. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Make sure
Yeah,
you
and you're
clean
not
it.
supposed to wash your vagina like with soap. Like you're not supposed to go in it with soap.
Like on the outside, but not in the lips.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
put soap.
Just
in
because the vagina cleans itself doesn't mean you don't clean it.
Oh.
it. Period.
Like you
Oh.
said.
Hello.
That's Mr.
Be
Facts.
careful.
That's Mr. Facts.
All right. I got something for y'all. The G-spot lies 2 to 3 inches inside of the vagina near the belly button.
Even I knew that.
Ooh, your bits.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Just kidding. Not kidding.
A vaginal fart is a queef. Happens during or after sexual intercourse.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What if it just happens? Does it just happen?
No.
Nah.
I don't do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't have one.
Are you sure?
Oh,
You wanna come with it?
all right.
Okay, yeah.
No, it doesn't happen like random. And I think it really just happens when you have sex.
Yeah, I heard it's something like too much air gets
Yeah.
in between,
Mhm.
something like
Some
that.
people say
Yeah,
it
makes
happens without sex though, so
Oh,
that's
wow.
just probably just the air. Like-
Maybe it's just what they eat. You know what I'm saying?
The vagina's farting up
Right.
Hey. It's the baked beans.
That was funny. That was
Right,
funny.
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, masturbating is healthy and normal because it's safe and releases stress.
Mmm.
Ooh,
This
that's
is
Like
facts.
that one.
like that one.
Get a good one in before a test. Ace every time.
Oh my god.
All right.
But I think that's
Wow.
true for the guys too. If you guys,
What do you guys feel like after?
Honestly, for guys, I think it's different though. Keep it real. I think that, like, I believe like the sperm holds like a lot of vitamins and protein or whatever. And I think when we release it, we become more tired and fatigued. Whereas after sex, you wonder why maybe your partner is like laid over and going to sleep. It's probably because of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's something new every day.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think for females, I think it works kind of like opposite, where like, you know, yeah, opposite.
I think it is opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so what's it like for y'all?
We're not tired. I feel like after it's just you
Mhm.
release something. And
Right.
what about you?
But I
babe?
feel like with sex, females don't they don't come as much as the men do during like the rounds.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like that's why we still be like, what's
Yeah.
going on? Why y'all like we're not done yet?
Mhm.
tired.
Like it takes us probably like longer, but like it's not like we're not loving it, but it's just like it's just natural for a female to.
Take a little longer to reach your
Yeah.
climax. Mm,
So
definitely.
it's like,
Yeah.
we're like the total opposite, literally.
Yeah.
Sorry guys.
Except for you. No. Okay, and the last question is, what is advice you want to give people when it comes to sex?
My advice would be, like I've been preaching like the whole time, make sure that you're informed on what you're doing. Make sure that you educate yourself, and make sure your partner is also educated on this, to where that when you both come together, you have a mutual agreement, and you know what you're getting yourself into.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. Everything he said, and also just know yourself, know who your partner is, so get to know them. Communication is going to be the best thing to have the best experience, really.
Some advice I would give is to not be peer pressured to have sex because it's not that serious. And I feel like you should be mindful of who, like, you decide to have sex with too, because I believe in soul ties and sex ties, because you don't want to have sex with someone and then, like, you're unbalanced because of the people they've been messing with, and now it's on to you. And use a condom.
I feel like you should be careful with who you have sex with because you don't know who has STDs. Make sure you're on that. Make sure your partner's clean. Still practice safe sex even if they are clean, but that's like the biggest thing because you don't want to wake up one morning itching.
Yeah, and get checkups even if like your partner doesn't know. I feel like that's important. They don't really have to know you're getting checkups either because it's for your health. So, yep.
Try to get checkups as much as possible, and wear a condom, kiddos.
Yeah, because boys are nasty.
Look out for it.
Boys are nasty. Boys are gross. So
yeah, and
boys are gross, but it's all good.
They're from SoCal.
We submit. You
got two boys,
admitted
two
shit.
girls from
Yeah.
SoCal?
Hey, just know what you're doing. Bada boom, bada bang. Put the pickle in the pickle jar. I'm out. Okay, wait.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah,
So,
I think, turn the lights off on us.